Okay, student. Now I will start with the chapter that is democratic resurgence. Now, in this chapter, you will know about the emergency period that took place in the year 1975, its causes and its impact. Now, before starting the about the causes and its impacts of the emergency, let me first tell you about the background or the situations of the country India was facing during the 70s. Now, in at that time, over 50% of the populations lived below poverty line, and even the parliamentary democracy failed to overcome the problem of illiteracy and economic crisis. And third one is that there were social unrest that leading to protest and violence throughout the country due to economic downfall. Okay, and in that situations, Indira Gandhi advocated the concept of committed bureaucracy and committed judiciary. Now, what do you mean by committed bureaucracy? Now, committed bureaucracy means bureaucracy that will work according to the needs and aspirations of the people, and committed judiciary means judiciary working in an impartial manner to promote social justice. Now, few examples of committed judiciary that took place during that time. Now, first one we will notice in the case in the Goloknath case, where Supreme Court held that Parliament had no power to abridge or violate the fundamental rights. That means they were means Supreme Court with the when Supreme Court had stopped the legislature to interfere in the matters of fundamental rights that were given to the citizens of India. Next one is that in the Kesavananda Bharati case, Supreme Court had said that Parliament has no power to amend the basic structures of the constitutions. And second one, they also said that Parliament has the power to amend the constitutions. That means just only leaving the basic structures of the Indian constitution. So first one, they said that the basic structures of the constitutions cannot be amended by the parliament or the legislature. And next one, they are telling that parliament has the power to amend any part of the legislature except the basic uh, laws of the constitutions. Okay, and third one, they are telling that judiciary should be the final interpreter of the constitutions. Now, these are the things that you need to know. Next one, they are telling that though Indira Gandhi focused on committed bureaucracy and committed uh, judiciary, but after the event means that took place with Justice Sikri and Justice Hage, means question rise about the committed judiciary. Okay, in that means Justice Sikri and Justice Hage, who delivered their judgment against the government, were bypassed, and their junior justice N. Roy was appointed as the Chief Justice. Now, so definitely, question would arise that about the evolutions of committed judiciary. Now, let me discuss about the causes. About the causes of emergency 1975. Now, first one is the economic crisis. Now, what took place between India and Pakistan in December 1971? Now, this put a heavy strain on Indian economy. Okay, because taxes were imposed to the citizen of India. Now, next one is the price of oil increased in the international market, and this led to an all-round increase in the price of other commodities. Definitely, if there is hike in the petrol price, then other price in the other commodities will also increase. Okay, we all know that. Now, next one is that railway employee strike. In 1974, there was a strike of railway employees which further affected the Indian economy. Now, railway, we all know that one of the cheapest mode of transport of goods. Now, when their employees were striking at that time, now you could understand that what will be the situation. First of all, there were unemployment already was there, corruptions was there, and there was also hike in different commodities. Okay, price hike in price in different commodities. Next one is that conflict with the judiciary. On June 12, 1975, Allahabad High Court passed a judgment declaring Indira Gandhi's elections to Lok Sabha was invalid and made her ineligible to occupy her seat for next 6 years. Now, actually, now the person who contest elections against Indira Gandhi filed petitions against her that he used unfair means to win the elections. Now, on the basis of that, Allahabad High Court uh, gave their verdict that uh, declaring that Indira Gandhi's elections to Lok Sabha was invalid. Now, definitely, it led to emergency at that time. Next one is that what you need to know is that in January 1974, students in Gujarat and Gujarat started an agitations against rising price of necessity commodities. Okay, even in March 1974, students in Bihar also protested against rise of price of essential commodities. Okay, essential commodities, and with that they also focused on unemployment and corruptions. They invited Jayaprakash Narayan to lead the student movement. And on June 25th, the opposition's parties organized a massive demonstrations in Delhi Ramlila ground and demanded the resignations of Mrs. Indira Gandhi. And this was led by Jayaprakash Narayan. Now, what were the effects of emergency? Now, the government suspended the freedom of press during emergency period. Okay, newspaper were asked to get prior approval for all material to be published. Okay, now this is known as press censorship. Next one is that government banned Rashtriya Swayam Sevak Sangh (RSS) and Jamaat-e-Islami. Now these were the two, means at that time they were suspected that they were spreading communal violence. Now they were banned at that time, these two political parties. Third one is that means the various fundamental rights of the citizens were suspended, including the citizens to move to the court for restoring their fundamental rights. The government made extensive use of preventive detention at that time. Now, even 42nd Amendment Act was passed during this national emergency. Now, fifth one is that in January 1977, means after 18 months of emergency, the government declared to hold Lok Sabha elections, and in that elections, Congress Party was defeated and Janata Party came to power with Morarji Desai as PM and Jagjivan Ram as Deputy PM. And sixth one is that means just after Janata Dal came to power, they appointed Saha commissions just to examine about the matter related to emergency. Now, according to the report of Saha commission, is that nearly 1,11,000 people were arrested all over from all over the country. Press censorship that took place without any proper legal sanctions, because only verbally manager of Delhi Power Supply Corporation received orders from the officers of the governor of Delhi to cut electricity to all the newspaper press at 2 a.m. on 26 June 1975. Okay, the day when emergency was declared. Okay, means so that the newspaper could not praise the report. Okay, now what we need to know is that was the emergency necessary at that time? Now, the Communist Party of India believed that there was an international conspiracy against the unity of India. It believed that in such circumstances, such restrictions on agitations were justified. So, to some extent, they were in support of that emergency. Now, point number two: the Indian constitutions declared internal disturbance as a reason to declare emergency. Before 1975, emergency were never proclaimed on this ground. Now, Indian constitutions describe internal disturbance as a reasons to declare emergency because there could be possibility of civil war within the country. So, declare of emergency was justified at that time. Now, before 1975, only emergency was declared if there is any external aggressions. But after 1975, means for internal disturbance also emergency can be issued. Now, third one is that government argued that the opposition's party must allow elected ruling party to govern according to its policies. Now, government argued that that opposition party must allow the elected ruling party to govern according to its policy. Now, if opposition's party adopt different types of violence means or interrupt the government to work according to its policy, then emergency could be imposed. Now, these were the reasons that justified that emergency was necessary. Now, little informative that president who proclaimed emergency in 1975 was Fakhruddin Ali Ahmed. Okay. Now, two things. Now I will just discuss about that. Now, Janata government came to power in 1977, but mid-term elections held in 1980. That means Janata government failed to complete its full tenure of 5 years. Now, why? Because Janata Party lacked directions, leadership, and a common programs. And second one was that there was a split in Janata Party, and government led by Morarji Desai lost its majority, means which led to mid-term elections in 1980s. Clear? Now, few important leaders you need to know. That is, one is Charu Majumdar. He was the leader of Naxalbari uprising and also founder of CPIML party. Next one is Jayaprakash Narayan. Now, he was the leader of Janata Party, and one of the important movement that took place during that period was the Naxalite movement. Okay. Means where the agriculturalist workers of Andhra Pradesh, West Bengal, Bihar, and adjoining areas were in favor of this movement. They organized massive agitations against economic injustice and inequality and demanded redistributions of land to the cultivators. Okay, now these are the things that you need to know from this chapter.